Well, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Now, some people may be wondering. Now, I'm a nurse, and this gentleman's in sales. What in the world is he going to talk about? My girls, Kim, both the Kim, probably saying, I'm CMA. And I know he doesn't know a darn thing about being a CMA. So what is he even thinking about going to tell me? Margaret, from medical records, no pun intended, is probably saying the same thing. Well, I'll tell you what I know about nursing. I'll tell you what I know about medical records. I'll tell you what I know about being a physician.
Say it now.
Not a darn thing. But there is one thing I do know. We have a lot in common. For instance, how many people in this room live anywhere south of 35th Street? I too live south of 35th Street. How many people in this room work closely with physicians? I too work closely with physicians. How many people in this room have children or grandchildren? I too have a child. But how many of those children watch cartoons? Now, I don't know about you all, but the cartoons these kids watch these days couldn't light a candle to the cartoons that we used to watch. You remember those cartoons? Name some of them. Felix the Cat.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
I love me Tom and Jerry.
Mickey, I heard Mickey Mouse. She said the Jetsons. Schoolhouse Rock.
Fat Albert.
Fat Albert, my man. Loved all those cartoons. Speed Racer, my man.
The Jack London.
Nobody named my favorite. My favorite was always the Road Runner.
Oh, yeah.
And he came back watching each week to see. It got on my nerves too. Because the coyote could never catch the Road Runner. No matter how much sophisticated equipment he ordered from the Acme Corporation, he couldn't catch the Road Runner.
How did he pay for that, dog?
And here's the thing I couldn't understand. What was his address? I mean, did the UPS man come up to his cactus and say, does the coyote live here? I don't know where he lived. But he had to order that equipment because he knew his luck was bad. I mean, if you remember, the Road Runner would go up to the train, beep, beep, zoom on across the tracks unharmed. Yeah. The coyote would come up to those same tracks, look one way, everything clear for miles. Look another way, everything totally clear. He looked back again, just like you tell your kids to do before they cross the street. And look back again, all clear. But as soon as he steps out across that track, he gets flattened than a pancake. But don't worry, in 2 seconds he's back to his regular self. But what is it that makes that train go so fast? What is the power, the fuel that fuels a train? Anyone know? I think I heard it. Say it. Someone said steam? Steam. You're exactly right. Steam is the difference maker. Now, can anyone tell me at what temperature does water turn to steam? Any idea? Okay, it has to boil first, and then it turns to steam. Any idea what the temperature is?
100 degrees centigrade.
I'm not sure about the centigrade, but in Fahrenheit, it's 212 degrees. Steam is the difference maker. Steam is the difference between you coming to work with your baby fat scrubs all crushed, with that crease down the middle. I see how y'all do it. Or you looking like you slept in your clothes last night. Steam is the difference between your kids saying, Ma, this sure is a good hot dog you cooked. Or, this just tastes like a rolled up piece of bologna. And steam is the power behind that locomotive that moves so fast. If steam comes about at 212 degrees, what's 211 degrees? That's just hot. But 212, we have steam that's powerful enough to move that locomotive so fast. What's the difference? 1 degree. And that one can be very significant in just about all aspects of life. Did anyone watch any of the Olympics over the last 2 weeks? Outstanding Olympics. Did a wonderful job. I heard somebody mention track and field. For those of you who are track and field fans or not, one of the most grueling races in track and field is the 400 meters. Because it's an all-out sprint all the way around the track. You have to be in tip-top shape to compete at the highest level, like in the Olympics. The first 1 and 2 winners were done before the race started. Everybody knew Warner and Merritt were the best in the world. But it was that third place, that third medal, the bronze medal, that was in question. And it looked as though it was going to be a tie between David Neville, a local boy from Maryville, Indiana, or someone else from another country. Now, I don't know if he was self-motivated, that I'm coming all the way from Maryville, Indiana, to Beijing, China, I'm getting me a medal. Or was he team motivated? USA had not been doing so well in track and field. They were losing races they should have won. So therefore, if he didn't get third now, he would have messed up the USA sweep. So therefore, at the very last second, when it looked as though he was either going to lose or tie, he dove across the line and sacrificed his body. Hurt his leg somewhat, but he got the medal. And how much did he win by? 1/100 of a second. Dr. Brown has it. 1 degree of difference is a difference between hot water and steam. 1/100th of the second was the difference between him going home with a medal or him going home with a pat on the back. And it's the same thing that we do in sales. Everyone knows that we compete externally against other companies. What a lot of people don't know is we also compete internally among ourselves, among the reps within the corporation. And often, the difference between winning and losing is just 1/10 of a percentage point. That 1/10 of a percentage point of extra effort can be the difference between someone winning a trip to the West Indies in the Caribbean islands or someone staying home and staying at the Zanzibar on Stony Island. That one can be huge. And it's easy to win 1 year. But the prize goes to the consistent winners. Like my partner here, Larry Andrew. People that do well year in